Hi ladies, Ali here and welcome to Clear Skin and Wellbeing. Now today I thought I would go through teeth whitening, and I have been using teeth whitening for the last few years professionally and at home, and I thought I'd just sort of go through some of the basics of what I'm using, and I want to show you what I think is an absolute bargain at the end of teeth whitening, and I think works particularly well actually for literally £1. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Now, teeth whitening journey. Now, I do have quite yellow teeth. Now, when I was younger, I had to have lots of medicine, and because of that medicine, taking it quite often on a regular basis for a few years, it actually did make my teeth more yellow. So I went to my to my dentist, and I did actually have a gum shield professionally done, made up, and he gave me some teeth whitening gel, which did actually lift it up a few bits, a few shades. Since then, it's not cheap. I've gone on and off from the dentist and bought various, but there are ones you can buy on the high streets, which, to be honest, I think are pretty good as well. So we're going to go through those. Now, one thing I did buy, which, to be honest, I think it was a complete and utter waste of money, was one of these contraptions. Now, this has a light on the end, so you put your teeth in there with, let me have a look, one of these. So you put the peroxide on. Now, I bought this last year, and it says whitening gel, but it doesn't tell you the volume of peroxide in there. And you'd apply that onto here, hit it onto there, plug yourself in basically, and then the light would actually, I suppose, makes it warmer or whatever. It just it speeds up the reaction of the peroxide to make your teeth whiter. It did for a bit, but I don't know what the light did, to be honest. I think if I put the white teething gel on, it probably would have made it a shade light or two anyway. So I thought I'd just show you that. And it was £100 odd, and it was, for me, a bit of a waste of money. So what I have now got, as with any teeth whitening, the first thing you do is actually clean your teeth. I'm obsessed with my teeth, and I wish they were straight. Top, yes, not the bottom, but you know what? That's part of me, and I'm not going to change that. So I have been using this Max White. I always, when they're on offer, I think there's another one which I've just run out of, which I think was even stronger. But to be honest, with English sort of laws, you can only go so light anyway on the peroxide on toothpaste. So I use that first on my teeth. It does say 3 shades whiter, but to be honest, as with anything, it depends what you're eating and drinking. You're drinking red wine, you're drinking tea and coffee, chocolates, it all stains the teeth and makes them dull. So unless you're actually having white wine and a clean diet with no carrots, just basically things which are a plain beige colour, yes, your teeth are going to get stained. One thing I would say is, when you do put any teeth whitening product on, make sure straight afterwards you're not having that tea or coffee or red wine, because obviously it's kind of porous, so it's just going to go into the teeth, and you'll end up with probably a bigger stain. Now, what I do have is, for my dentist, I had these made. It wasn't cheap, to be honest, but I just think it was worth it, and I've had these for 10 years now. My teeth haven't changed, so yeah, that's good. But you can go to Amazon or Sports Direct and just buy a gum shield, put it into some hot water and mould your teeth into it, so you're kind of getting that anyway. So that's quite a good tip. Now, I did get this just before lockdown, and this is from my local dentist. Now, this does contain 6% peroxide, so it does lift it up. It says to leave it on for 45 minutes, which I use, and I would actually take these out. Now it comes with 4 of these, but to be honest, I wouldn't use a whole one on my teeth, probably a third. So I like to eke it out a bit because it doesn't come cheap. I think for the 4, I think I paid about, I think it was about £40, £45. So it's, you know, £10 a tube. The other one I would recommend, now this is what I think is brilliant, and it works for me quite well anyway. And this is what I buy for £1. And I get this, you can see this, it's an American company and it's called Absolute White. It's a pen. And I use that on my teeth and it's brilliant. Now, with any form of peroxide, I know you can sleep with them and stuff like that, but I don't want to swallow it because I'm sort of quite conscious that I'm swallowing, you know, quite harsh chemicals. So what I would do with the pen, I will show you, as with any of my, with the pen, or to be honest with my one from the dentist. First of all, I would get some kitchen roll or some clean toilet paper, preferably not cotton bud because you've got the fibres. And so I'd take, so for instance, I want to do the top part. I would take a very dry piece and I'd just do that on my teeth so it's nice and dry. Because if it's got any basically any liquid on there, it's not going to be so strong. Then I take this, okay, I'm going to do that. This is an old one. I do have to, here we can see, the peroxide's coming. So we've got the dry teeth. I would put it straight onto the teeth. Avoid the gums. Done. Right, that's in now. So by putting it on the teeth, you're just getting at the front, you're pushing it onto the front, and so when you push it on, it's just on there. If you put this or this actually in the gum shield and put it on, yes, you get the front, but also it would go into the back, and then you've got more peroxide in your mouth. Whereas if you keep it here, you can keep that peroxide controlled, because I don't want to be swallowing peroxide. So I tend to put it on the teeth, on dry teeth, and then put it on, and then you can't take, you know, you haven't got so much product, and also it lasts a longer time. Then I would do it on this one. Again, I'll just show you, for instance, I would take a clean piece of tissue, dry, just kind of in the gaps. Done. As you may have not heard me, in the gaps as well. Make sure you get right in. Now I'd leave this one on for about half an hour, do some housework, do something else in between, and then at the end of it, I'd take them out and clean my teeth again just to get rid of all of that. And then I wouldn't have any tea or coffee or anything which is staining for about at least a couple of hours, because you don't want, because that's going to be quite porous, you've got peroxide on there and you just need it to sort of settle down. So I just let that settle down before I have any tea or coffee or anything which is coloured, if you like. So yeah, so this I would recommend. As I say, I don't think the peroxide's so high. If you can go to your dentist and get, you know, something with 6% in, it will lighten your teeth more. If you don't want to pay for having proper sort of gum sort of shields, if you like, I would go to Sports Direct or somewhere and just buy some, you know, ones you can just dip in water, get them softened and mould your own teeth. works out an awful lot cheaper, to be honest. I have tried the strips you can get, but to be honest, they came off, and I couldn't actually see a difference. Whereas I think putting the peroxide on does make a difference. And I would do this probably I tend to do it every 6 weeks. You could do it if you've got quite stained teeth, do it almost every night, but you know, it depends. If you've got sensitive teeth, then you know, it might make it a bit too sensitized. And if you do, and once you put peroxide on your teeth, the whitening, if your teeth, you know, your gums does feel a bit sensitized, you could use, instead of using, you know, something like that, you could use the sensitive toothpaste afterwards. So I hope this was some use to somebody. Please comment down below, please subscribe, and please like, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.